All right, so since my last update video, things have kind of gone south. Last time I checked in, I was just crossing the border into North Carolina. Spirits were high, you know, despite the wet weather. We were feeling really good. We made it to Muskrat Creek Shelter last night. The shelter was full, so I set up my tent, went about my business, got into my tent, and shortly thereafter, maybe 10 o'clock at night, it started to snow. And it started to snow pretty good. It came down pretty solid for about an hour, and then just proceeded to consistently snow until daylight, which is when everybody got up. I was actually up before dawn, and I snuck my coffee into my tent with me, and I knew it was going to be cold, so I had some coffee before I even got out of my tent this morning, which was nice. Warmed me up a pretty good bit, gave me the motivation to get out of my tent. So I finally did gain said motivation, and I went to get out of my tent, and the zipper to my tent was frozen shut, so I had to crawl under the vestibule to get out of my tent this morning. I made my way over to the shelter to finish my coffee and eat my breakfast of a Pop-Tart and a granola bar, and I actually kind of felt good about the choice to sleep in my tent. Well, not really choice, but the fact that I slept in my tent, because everybody that slept in the shelter last night was completely covered in snow.
Except
like
for me or in Peanut.
A uniform blanket of snow, yeah. Except for Starchild and Peanut, because Starchild had the good idea to go break his tent out of his pack and just drape it over them. So yeah, while I was over there and I saw that, I checked the Appalachian Trail weather app and saw that the weather conditions at that particular shelter were 12 degrees with winds of like 20 miles an hour. So it was coming down, and as everybody started to roll out of their sleeping bags, it just got worse and worse. And we all started to kind of realize that today was probably a bad day to be on the AT, at least in that section. So we started to develop a plan. It was kind of tough because we were literally in the middle of nowhere. There was nothing within 40 miles but a Forest Service road that by the time we got to it, it was covered in snow. So it was a crapshoot whether we were going to get anybody to come up there or not. We actually ran into somebody that was coming in to pick somebody up because they had called a ride out. And that guy, Matt, was kind enough to give a couple of the guys a ride. So they got out of there. We started walking down the Forest Service road, making calls for cabs. We actually got a couple. We got a cab to come up. We got two different cabs, one from Franklin, North Carolina, and one from Hiawassee, Georgia, to come up and pick us up off the Forest Service road. So yeah, I mean, we made our way here into Franklin, and we're kind of figuring out what we're gonna do. Matt, who gave the other guys a ride out, said we can crash at his place tonight, and that he'll give us a ride out to the trail either tomorrow or the following day. So that's really cool. Thanks a lot, Matt. You rock, man. So yeah, we didn't know where to go once we got to Franklin because we were kind of waiting on the second load of people. So we said, you know, take us to somewhere where we can get some good food and maybe a couple drinks. So we've been here hanging out at Mulligan's Bar and Grill, and everybody's just kind of eating, drinking, and being merry. Say hi, everybody.
I don't know what it is, but
Everybody say hi.
hey!
How happy are you that you're not cold right now? Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna hang out here for a while, and then Matt's gonna come pick us up, and we're gonna go to his house. Hopefully he's got the heat on, and
Hopefully it's not like Deliverance.
yeah, hopefully it's not like Deliverance. He seemed like a pretty nice guy. So if anything, we've got power in numbers here. So yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. We're gonna take this day off and fleet this bad weather that's been that's supposedly going to be here today and for the first bit of tomorrow. And we're either going to get out on the trail tomorrow afternoon and just hike in a little bit, do a Nero, get to a shelter, and then hopefully catch better weather the following day, and eventually hike back into Franklin, where I know I personally plan to take a Zero for Franklin's April Fool's Hiker Bash, and I've got a library day that I can't skip out on if I plan to graduate from college. So that's basically what we got going on. Just kind of flying high today in a different way. All right, guys, I'll check in with you later. Bye.